All right. So, hello everyone. We are back again with another live stream from the Faculty of Social Studies. This time, we're going to be discussing the topic of living in Brno. I'm joined with my two very good colleagues, Kate and Ebenezer, and we all would like to share some insights of how to make your life more comfortable here and how to get the best Brno experience that you can. So, we can start with Kate with some of her comments on how her experience has been in Brno, and then we can move on to Ebenezer, and last we can do me.
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm from Global Challenges program, and my experience in Pro is wonderful. I guess I really love this city. It's super cozy, like many attractions, like everything is convenient. I just love it. And also, we would like to give you some tips to avoid any inconveniences. So, I guess.
Yeah, Ebenezer can.
Yeah, so far so good in Brno. Such a nice city, and I think I like the serene environment in Brno. It's like almost everywhere is quiet, everyone minding his or her own business. So far so good. As a Ghanaian coming to Brno, I think it's good. I really love the city.
Yeah, and for me as well, like I love this city so much that I'm gonna be doing my master's here as well after finishing my bachelor. So that is a testament of how good the city is. It is peaceful, it is tranquil, the public transportation system is top class, like nothing can beat it. The city also has like a very international environment, which makes you feel at home when you're not at home, because you find so many people from similar backgrounds, who like similar things and have similar personalities. So it's all in all such a wonderful experience. Plus, the faculty organizes so many events that there's always something to do here. You will never get bored, and it's just a very fabulous experience to have. Brno itself is a very, very nice city. I would even say that it is the prime option when it comes to studying in Europe because of how good it is location-wise. You can literally pretty much go to anywhere, like Vienna or Bratislava, even Prague, and Poland as well.
Yeah.
So day trips are very easy to do. Plus, Czech Republic itself has such good environment, such good nature. And I was wondering if you can maybe talk something about like things to do here, maybe nature-wise, hikes, trails, something like that. So
yeah, of course. I personally really love picnics, and Brno is a perfect place for it. Like you can go literally anywhere. For example, Park Luzhanki in a city center. For example, you can go like you're walking in a center where it's like pretty loud, and then only a few minutes, and it's just a quiet vibe, and you can enjoy the nature, the peacefulness of it. And also Prehrada, you can go there for a picnic and maybe some swimming. I don't know. It's up to you, but it's really good. And also I like that city. For example, even now in the summer, it's pretty much alive. There are many festivals, music is everywhere, and it just, I don't know, you want to be alive with it, like to live and to go everywhere just to enjoy the life, I guess.
Yes, that's a very good commentary on dinner because I share the same experience with you. And Ebenezer, if you have something to add to
I for one, I like very quiet environment, and from where my dormitory is located in the south of Brno, that's Skladeho. I think there's this park over there, which is very nice and serene, whereby one can enjoy his or her quiet time over there without no disturbances. So I like the closeness of the city. It's like you almost know everywhere once you get to the city. Yeah, I like it.
You bring a good point of dormitories. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would be interested in learning how the dormitories work, if they're already admitted into the respective programs, like how they can register for the dormitories, their preferred ones. The deadline for, no, not the deadline, but like the start of registration for the dormitories is on the 17th of July, and it's going to start at 10 a.m. Central European time. So make sure that you're there on time so you can get the room that you want and the place that you want. There are many different dormitories to choose from, depending from where your faculty is, what kind of vibe do you like Ebenezer likes a quiet and peaceful vibe, so he chose Komarov. There are other dorms like the Narska, which is close to the Faculty of Economics, and yeah, Manitsova as well, and Kate also
I
lives there.
personally live in Klaselova dormitory. It's pretty close to the city center and also to the Faculty of Social Studies. It's like 7-minute ride in a tram, and the tram stop is right near the dormitory. It's pretty convenient, and also there is a park, Kravihorazia, and it's super beautiful. I just enjoy walking like in the evening and sitting here.
Okay. I think I want to begin with the registration of the dormitory. It has to be 10 a.m. because it's like there is pressure on the system. So you have to be glued to your laptop 10 a.m. Central European time. I think in GMT, you are leading like 2 hours. So like 10 a.m. in Central European time will be around 8 a.m. And the system will start, it's like it works in first come, first serve. So as you log in, it will give you a timeline for you to be logging and checking your whether you want 1 in a room, 2 in a room, 3 in a room, or 4 in a room. I personally live at Komarov, Skladeho, and most of the rooms are 1 in a room, but with a shared lavatory and kitchen. Yeah,
that's very useful advice. Plus, another thing that a lot of people might like to know is that most of the dorms are located like very strategically. So there are always like places to eat, restaurants, parks, things to do. Tram stops are always nearby most of the times. So yeah, like dorms are very good places to start off. And I would actually recommend you to basically get a dorm in the beginning of your studies to make friends, socialize, and then, if you have other plans, then switch to a private accommodation if that's what suits you. But the dorms themselves are very good. I spent the first 2 years of my life in Czech Republic in a dorm. I had the best time ever. They're very good, very clean. The staff is very good, and you would not face any challenges with the dorms. They are prime services, that I would say. Coming to another topic that a lot of people might have questions about is how do we actually get to Brno? Brno is quite an obscure city. Not everyone knows about it. So, I mean, getting to here can be a challenge for quite a few. So any tips and ideas of the routes that you choose to come to Brno from?
Actually, I'm from Ukraine, so I was traveling by bus. It's an option, like the only one now. But it was like a normal ride, I guess. Like any inconveniences, I guess the more important is for me was to think about what to take with me. I want to do before the trip.
Sure.
Yeah, and what route did you take?
Okay, I came by plane. So I think the most convenient route is to be in Vienna. At least you get to know the feeling of another European country before even coming through Vienna. And you can come by bus from Vienna to either Flexbus or RegioJet. Either by bus or train, you can get to Vienna. And I think it's approximately like 1.5 hours.
Vienna is very close by from the city. And pretty much I chose an airplane as well. In the beginning, like the first time that I came here, I was quite scared how the visa works and everything. So I came to Prague, and then I took a 3-hour train journey to Brno, which some people can tolerate, but like I would recommend going to Vienna because it's a much shorter route. It's much more convenient. So it's quite good to take the Vienna option for many people. Then I see that there is a question of how safe is Brno? Is public transport easy to venture? Brno is, I think Kate can answer like how safe Brno is.
Yeah, Brno is super safe. It's actually a place where I feel confident walking alone in the street, walking at night, and it's really safe. Yes, of course you can like face some inconveniences like minor in every city, but here I've never like faced any challenges with safety, and I really like that. And also with public transport, it's super convenient. Even at night, you can go like it also works at night. So some night buses,
Yeah.
it's super convenient.
Yeah. Public transport is something that I can talk about for days in Brno because it's one of my favorite features about the city. The public transport is so good, so convenient. And if you have an ISIC, you get a discount. ISIC is basically the International Student Identification Card that you get when you enroll in the university. And it gives you access to a lot of discounts, public transport as well. You get discounted tickets for a month, 3 months, or a whole year. And it's just so good. Like the public transport is amazing. If you don't want to get a transport pass for like a month or 3 months, then you can get like individual tickets at like ticket counters, but you have to validate those tickets in the ticket machine inside the tram. If you don't, you will be fined very heavily. So that's something that I would tell you to avoid. Always validate your tickets when you come here. And yeah, like Brno for me is also quite safe. There have been times when I have been in the city at like 2 a.m. going back to my place, and I never felt anything that was like too risky or I was in an unsafe place. The city is very alive at all times, so you generally feel safe most times, but of course, like some instances can happen because there are bad batches and everything.
Yeah.
And if Ebenezer has...
Okay, I want to add something to the discount. Actually, the discount of the IC card is limited to age. I think when you're 26 years and above, you can get some discount, but above 26 years, I think there's no discount for you, and you can purchase the card for a month, quarterly, or I think a year. And I think getting it for a year sometimes comes with a lot of goodies. And actually, we shouldn't forget you have to pay your waste fee as well when you are in Brno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good point. The waste fee is perhaps gonna be one of the most obscure things that you would have encountered here, because that's something that every foreigner has to pay. Just because it's not even called like a waste fee, it's like called a waste tax. So you might think that, oh, you know, like I'm not from the Czech Republic, I would not have to pay a tax or something. But the waste tax is something that you have to pay like every year. It's not super expensive. It's around 650 to 700 crowns. So yeah, like waste tax is something that you should take in mind. There's another question about how is Brno in the summer? Is there professional and recreational activities too? Brno in the summer, like Kate said, is very lively.
Yeah.
There are concerts going on. Usually we have a dam here, and there's a lake as well. So there are fireworks, drone shows and everything. There are even like small amusement park things going on there. So if you're into that sort of a thing, that's very good for you. The city itself is organizing events all the time. There was an event which was like, you can view buildings which are often restricted to people, like not common people cannot go there, and you can go visit them, take pictures. There's always something going on here. I would like to get your take on the different events that are going on, and if you have attended some events as well.
Yeah, I would say there are really a lot of events. For example, each week you can, even in the city center, it's Burger Festival or some drink festival or even candy festivals, I don't know. And even now, the Agnes fireworks show is amazing. Like, I guess everyone should see it. It's just, you cannot even imagine their, like, the atmosphere and how it is, because all the fireworks is near the lake and the lights and everything is just super, I don't know, unrealistic even maybe.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I guess everyone should try that.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
think I've been into one white party organized by students. I think it was last week or so, and it was very, very amazing. And sometimes Vanessa dormitory, there are a whole lot of programs by students to enjoy themselves when we're in Vanessa dormitory. And actually, I think in summer the city is alive. You could feel that, yeah, you have joy in you when it's summer.
Absolutely. Plus, the faculty doesn't shy away from organizing events.
Sure.
There are barbecues going on all the time. Usually, some of them are faculty specific, but us ambassadors also organize some like international student barbecues, which anyone can come to. And they were such a hit. Like everyone loved it. Barbecues themselves are so nice. Like you can talk to people, interact with them, have some music going on, and it was at Luzhanki. So Luzhanki is such a beautiful park. That's something that you don't want to miss, honestly. Now coming to another question, which is, will there be mandatory Czech courses or all programs are in English? All programs are in English if you're studying in an English program, but if you're up for it, you can maybe go for a Czech program if you know the language. But if you don't know Czech, I would not recommend you going for such a thing because it can be very difficult. The language is very difficult. So yeah, if you have attended any courses in another language, maybe you can give some advice as well.
Yes, I attended Czech language courses. It
There
was
we
like
go.
for a semester. Yeah, like for now I know Czech language, I guess at level B1, and it's
That's good.
yes, it's really good because I like personally believe that if you're living in a city like for a long time, it would be great to know the language. It's really great, but actually in Brno it's not like super important because everyone like, can speak English and everything is accessible in English. So it just was my priority to learn Czech language.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course it's not that hard for me because it's from one language camp.
Yes,
like as
the Slavic
Ukrainian.
languages,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
sure.
Honestly, good thing that you learned the language. It would save your time at the MOI.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I think I for one have not taken any Czech language courses yet. As my colleague rightly put, it's like the city you can walk around and communicate with English. It's like a student city in all. I think, let's say 7 out of every person that you meet on the street is a student. So it's like using English language day to day is very easy for you. And sometimes learning a Czech language is like, as my colleague rightly put it, to save yourself from certain inconveniences at the MOI.
Yeah.
But most of the staffs too at the MOI also speaks and understand English very well.
Yeah. We will get to what the MOI is in a while after we're done answering these questions. So there's another question which says, what is the most famous sightseeing in Brno and that everyone should see? So, you know, when you come to Brno with a train, you're gonna see this huge cathedral on a hill, the Saint Peter and Paul Cathedral. That is the prime site of Brno. It represents what Brno is, so you should definitely go check it out. Another place that you should see is the Castle Spielberg. That castle is phenomenal. It is so good. We usually have the faculty barbecues at Spielberg, so you would eventually see when you're coming here. So yeah, these are the two things that you must see. And another thing that you should visit is the Brno Lake. Brno Lake is where all social activities usually will be happening. So that's something that everyone should witness. If you have anything to add to that list, maybe an obscure place or something that no one knows about.
I like to places like I love nature, so it's of course Park Luzhanki. It's very cozy, and also I like Bila Hora. If you know, like it's the end of the, I guess it's number 8 tram, number 9 tram, and it's the last stop. And you can watch like the full view of the city there.
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, the sunsets are super beautiful there. Yeah, so I would recommend to go there. It just
yeah.
Okay, there's this place that is like kind of hideout for me, especially the last bus stop of tram 12, Komarov, that's south of Brno. I think there's this park over there. It's very nice. You could see nature, like different kinds of animals over there, and children playing around, cycling, football. So I really like that place a lot, and I think it's a must-seeing place. for everyone.
See, I did not know these two places. I might go visit them myself. So you get to know more things every day. Anyway, there's another question by Amira who says, what should we do as soon as we arrive to Brno? So as soon as you arrive to Brno, you should register yourself with the MOI. You go to the MOI, you give your passport and your visa, they register you into the system, and then you're an official Czech resident here. The MOI is the first thing that you should do. That's what comes to my mind right now. If you have any other things to add to it.
Then you can go and open your bank account because it's very useful.
Yes.
And I guess it's also important thing to do when you come because the card will take, I guess, week or two.
Sure.
So it's really important to do it quickly.
Okay, I wanted to add to what my colleagues were saying. Okay, someone from let's say Africa coming. First of all, your visa type will determine, because when you are coming in with when you fill the green form and you arrive in Brno, you just have to go to the MOI to register so that you get your residence permit card. But when you are coming on a visa of the multiple entry, there's no need. And moreover, reporting to the MOI, when you are in the traditional hostel, that's the hall of residence of the university, I think they do it on your behalf. It's like they register you, so they report your stay and everything to the police as well as the MOI. So you only go to the MOI when you are living in a private accommodation. And yes, when you're living in a private accommodation, but when you are in the hall of residence, the university does it for you. They take all of your documents and report your stay to the police and the MOI. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the things that you should do first. Bank account, very important. MOI, if private accommodation, very important. These two things essential for you. What are the documents that would be needed to open a bank account? So I can tell you by my experience what I had to give. I had to give a confirmation of my residence here in the Czech Republic, where I'm living, how long the contract is. It should be a minimum of 6 months and should have a validity of a whole year, preferably. Then you have to give your passport. Passport is your main document that you have to submit, and the confirmation of your study to show that you're a student here, and that's why you're opening a bank account. And these were the three things that were required for me to open a bank account here. I don't know
I
if there
will
were...
ask differences actually. Yeah, also passport. And the second document was a residence permit or driving license.
Okay.
So, and it was it.
That was it, all right.
And I think one thing we are forgetting is to have a mobile card, like your mobile number before getting to the
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, that's actually quite true. Yes, getting a SIM card is very necessary. But you can honestly get it at the airport itself. Like there are like these Vodafone kiosks, and you can just buy a SIM card, and that should be fine.
But also you can get a discount with IC card for your card. Yeah, and
So,
it's pretty like good.
This is what I did. I landed in Prague. I got the Vodafone SIM card. I came here. I did not put it in my phone yet. I got the ISIC. Then I went to the Vodafone store in Vankovka. There's a huge one. Vankovka is like a mall here. And then I got my SIM activated, and now I get like a student discount on the internet that I get. So it is quite good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you get a phone number here? Well, yes, just clarify that getting a phone number is quite essential, because the internet that you get is also quite good. And honestly, you should not face any problems regarding internet here. People are very lenient about these sort of things, so that should be good. How much does housing cost? Well, that is very subjective. Dorms are usually very affordable options. They are very pocket friendly, I would say, to certain people. And I think it should cost you between 200 to 280 euros a month. That depends, like if you're going to be in a single room or sharing it with people. I think if you're sharing it with like 4 people, it can even be cheaper. but I don't know how much a 4-person housing thing costs. But private accommodation, on the other hand, will be much more expensive because you have to pay the rent, which keeps on increasing. Then you have to pay a deposit. Then you have to pay an agency fee. So these three things add up. So dorms are best option for housing for first-year students, and I would highly recommend them. If you have anything to add to that, maybe.
Actually, no, I agree with
No,
everything.
yeah, or I gave the perfect answer for dormitories. There we go. Yeah, but housing is a very subjective topic. So you should keep that in mind. But I think you should be fine with it. So we were discussing about the MOI, and we should also say what the MOI is actually and what they do. So the MOI is basically the Ministry of Interior, which handles all the resident permits, visas, foreign people coming here. So when your visa expires, you have to get an appointment at the MOI, go there, sort everything out, prepare the documents and everything. And yeah, that's what the MOI does. It is one of the most important aspects of a student's life to ensure that your visa is fine, your studies are fine, not interrupted. So it's good to also look up the rules and regulations and stuff like that. There is a website which is called expats.cz. They often give news about changing visa regulations, changing different documents that you would need. So it's always good to keep up with that. There's another question, which is how are internship opportunities on or off campus? I would say that the internship opportunities are completely variable from a person to person. If you have the skills and the necessary attitude for an internship, you will be able to get it. If not, then I can't really comment on that. It is completely up to you how you decide to pursue your goal of getting an internship. I was able to get an internship, not in the Czech Republic. I did an internship based in the United States. It was rather easy for me to get. So if you have a good LinkedIn profile and if you have good grades, then I don't think that you should have a problem getting internships or even like a part-time job if you're after that.
Sure.
So yeah, for non-Czech speakers, like a non-Czech speaking experience, like it can be rather hard to get internships sometimes, but if you know what you're looking for and if you have the right skills, you will get it no matter what. So no need to worry about that. If you have any experience with internships or something like that.
Actually, no, I haven't planned it yet because it's my first year. But I also like agree that if you have a goal to find internship, you will find it. So
Yes.
it's up to you and up to your possibilities. And
Yes. Are you obligated to take Czech language courses? And if so, how was your experience with the language? You are not obligated to take Czech language courses. There's no compulsion in taking it. You can actually take a mini language course, which is, I don't know what it's called, with the...
a language center?
No, like when we come here, like orientation
yeah.
package, right?
Yeah.
With the orientation package, you get like a 3-day Czech course, beginner's Czech, and it can help you start off with how the language goes, some essential words that you need to know, like prosím, děkuji, like please and thank you. So yeah, there's no compulsion in language. It helps if you know the language. So that's what I would say. And Kate has more experience with the language, so I think you can comment better on it.
Yeah, I took some courses from Language Center, it's Czech courses, and it was like 2 lectures a week, and it was pretty good. Like my level first was A2, and then it was B1, B2. So for like 1 semester, it was a great improvement, and I would recommend it if you want to know it. But it's not obligatory. It's up to you. You can choose for yourself. And also I took from also in a faculty French language courses.
I did that as well. Yes, that was quite good.
It's really great. You have some. It's not that you will learn language like in a semester, but you just have some clue about French words and culture, I guess. So it's good.
It's good because like the faculty mainly focuses on an international experience. So if you know a language or two, even the basics of it, like how to say like thank you or how are you doing, then it helps and it makes a good impression on people. And I don't know if Ebenezer knows more languages or has experience with that. So
Okay. Okay, since I studied in China, I know Chinese language and English. Apart from that, I think I'm willing and I will take up the challenge in learning Czech. Although I've heard that it's not that
I mean,
easy.
learning Czech language is now in my crosshair as well, because that's something that I want to do, because I'm going to do my master's. It's 5 years in Czech Republic. Without learning Czech is kind of like a loser move. So that's what I'm going to be going with as well. So I would say language is important, not compulsory, would help you with facing many challenges that come here. If you know the language, you're good to go. So I don't see any other questions at this point. So we can maybe discuss something else about, your other experiences, if there were certain challenges that you faced and how you overcame them here in Brno, or some other positive things that you have.
I just personally don't remember about the challenges. I would say about some positive things. And I love sport. And there are so many, like, for example, sport clubs, swimming pools, tennis courts. And you can literally go anywhere and find everything: hot yoga, simple yoga, dancing clubs. It's just, wow. If you're a sports person and like to try some new sports, and especially in the summer, there are many opportunities. And also Riviera Water Park is just a good leisure place. I'm just in summer vibe and thinking about some activities.
Yeah, I mean, summer's coming. There are water parks here, like Riviera, and I think there's another one called Aqualand Moravia. Aqualand Moravia is so good. I mean, if you're coming, there's things to do here all the time. Literally, I'm telling you, it's the best place to be. Like, no other thing, no cap, nothing. And if you have another comment to make.
Oh, okay. I just want to make this very important comment, especially when you're coming from not within the European country, maybe you are coming from Asia, Africa. The most important thing is to always book your appointments, to do everything early. You shouldn't wait. You shouldn't wait like, okay, let me wait for this before doing that. You should get all your documents in place and go to the embassy. Sometimes the visa appointment is booked via email at the various embassy. So my advice to each one of you is to get your appointment as early as possible.
Yeah, get everything done, because leaving everything for a later date would just create more problems for you. If things don't go exactly as planned, or if there's another document that's required, then you just have less time to deal with those things. So have everything done very early. Then you have a lot of time to just plan how you want to do other things, rather than stress out about how you're going to proceed with your visa procedure and stuff like that. Because I think a hassle-free experience is the best experience that you can get. There's another question, which is, how frequently do you get to interact with professors outside the courses you enroll in? I would say all the time. You would interact with them. I mean, like, I think it's a very relaxed environment when it comes to things here. So, you can strike up a conversation with the professor. You can discuss things related to academics, or, well, I would advise academic stuff if you're talking to a professor, honestly. But yeah, like, it's a very, I would say, sometimes casual environment, because professors also take initiative to, get to know the students personally as well, how they are, what they like, and everything else. There are certain events that professors do as well, which is, I think, when you come to the Czech Republic, in the beginning, in the first month, you will maybe get some beers with professors. Who knows? So yeah, it's a casual environment. You would like interacting with the professors. I certainly do interact a lot with the professors, because also I'm one of the student ambassadors, so you get to discuss ideas and stuff. So I don't know, like, about your experience with discussing things with professors.
I guess we're always in interaction with professors, because like every time, and also like consultation hours, apart from like the lecture hours, you can consult with literally anything academically, and even sometimes just the professors who you have some close ties because you have some, I guess, shared meeting or something. You will just discuss it near the faculty, and it's just cool.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like professors like recommend you books to read, etc., etc. Like to increase your knowledge, not because there's a particular class is related to it, but because they want you to excel in certain areas to increase your knowledge and stuff. And Ebenezer, I think, also has positive experiences with professors.
Yeah, I think they are always on the standby to help. They are like ready to help. I quite remember this experience. It was on a weekend, I think Sunday around 5 p.m. local time, and I decided to write the email. Actually, I was expecting a reply maybe on official working day, like Monday to Friday. And it was like within 20 to 25 minutes, I had a reply. I was like, really? Is this professor on a standby waiting to help students? So I think with students and professor relationship, you will love it. It's just top notch.
Yeah, it is. They're always ready to help you. It is very good to have such supportive professors around you, because it also incentivizes you to do better and to also look at them as really good mentors that you want to impress. So it would also help you, be just better at everything else. There are two questions by Amira. One is there vegan, vegetarian friendly restaurants in Brno? And another one is, how good is Brno for traveling? I think we can start off with vegan, vegetarian restaurants. Is anyone a vegan here by any chance?
Actually, no, but I've been to many like vegan cafes. Yeah.
There we go. We can start off there.
Yeah, so there are really many vegan cafes, and even, for example, like ordinary cafes, they have vegan menus, and it's really convenient if you want to if you are a vegan. So, and also like the cafes and possibilities that are here, like they're huge. For example, I really love like coffee cafes in Brno, and also like desserts and even Asian food. It's just a huge diversity, and you can go literally anywhere. And I like some restaurants, for example, vegan restaurants in the city center. It's really
Forky's. Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, it's really good, and I guess it's one. So there are many possibilities.
Yeah, and I think apart from the vegan restaurants, I think most of the shopping malls or the supermarkets like Lidl and Tesco, they have this section, because I've once upon a time bought a vegan bread from Tesco and other supermarkets like Lidl and what have you. Yeah, so I think the city is also vegan friendly, if I may put it.
Literally, Ebenezer was talking about Lidl and Tesco and everything else. So, of course, we can discuss access of shopping, groceries, and any other things. The shopping experience is really good. What I would recommend people to do is when they come here, they get access to like little like cards. You have to like download like the app of Lidl, Tesco, Kaufland, and Bill. If you have these 4 apps, you get infinite discounts. I'm telling you, it's very good. You get discounts on from Coca-Cola to general meat and other food items. It's very accessible. It's very easy. You will not get confused about anything, because it also says like caloric like intakes, if it is healthy or not, and stuff like that. They have like, since it's the European Union, they have like health ratings on everything, so you can see like what you're consuming, is it good or not, and stuff like that. So it's good. The shopping experience, I like literally like it's the best. I used to have a dorm which was right in front of Billa. I used to love my time just going to Billa to just relax and stuff. So yeah, that's a certain thing that is quite good. There's another question of, is it easy to get an Uber around? Any other cab faring service I should register with? I would recommend you to there are 2 apps. There's no Uber in the Czech Republic. You should get Liftago and Bolt. Bolt is the superior option. It's very cheap. For a 10-minute ride, you can pay like 70 to 100 crowns. It's very convenient to get. But honestly, why get cabs when literally you have public transportation here? The public transportation is the king of all travel options here. You will never face a problem here with public transportation. There's another question which says, Is it okay to be a few weeks late for classes in case of visa delays? That's kind of a serious question. What would you say about it? Is it all right to be delayed?
I received emails from the teachers
Mhm.
that, for example, some delays, I guess up to months, is they can be justified, but after that period, it's obviously not okay. But I guess the faculty will like understand you if you like write a letter and explain your situation. But of course, it's not desirable, but because you will skip some lessons and it will be hard for you to then catch up with all the tasks and reading. So, but if you are responsible and you will write to professors, teachers, and also the faculty administrators, so it will be okay. Yeah, because it's a natural problem with visas, so you cannot change it actually. So
I know, I get it. Ebenezer, do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I think with all these things, it depends on how long your visa delays. Because, for instance, there are 4 months in a semester, and maybe you get delayed for almost 3 months. You are even putting pressure on yourself when you arrive. And I think the best person to communicate to in terms of delay is Clara. Clara was very, very helpful to me. Any move I make, I just contact Clara. Clara, the embassy says this, the embassy says that. What should I do? What's the best thing? So Clara will give you the best of advice, especially when you don't have the direct email of most of the professors. I think Clara is the person who will help with all this thing. Yeah.
Yes, Clara would be the number one person to help you with certain things. So yeah, I would also advise you to contact Clara Nemechkova. She always is replying to emails and would be ready to help you with anything. What I would also recommend is that it is all right to be delayed for a few weeks, even a month if you can manage it, but that would be a lot of pressure in terms of readings, catching up with other courseworks, homeworks, and all these things. So, it is in general a good idea to email Clara, discuss these things, and see like what the best possible option for you would be in this case. There is another question, which is, as an Indian, how should I be prepared before coming there, especially in terms of culture? Well, my friend, I'm Indian. You don't have to worry about anything. The culture, Indian culture is very open. I think Czech culture is also very open. You don't have anything to be that worried about in terms of cultural shock. Of course, I think less people here, so you will be like, oh, what's happening, etc., etc. But I think other than that, it's quite good here. I have been assimilating really well. I have found great friends. So yeah, I don't feel that disconnected with my culture. There are many good Indian restaurants here, if that's your thing. And there are many Indian markets where you can get the spices and everything. So you will not feel disconnected with your culture at all. I think this would be a time when you can even connect with your culture like even stronger, because you will be like how it feels to be so far away from your culture, yet making the effort to connect with it in certain regards that you earlier couldn't, and you would be on your own. So it would be your responsibility to deal with it. How did you guys deal with culture shocks? And
I guess I didn't have like a super culture shock, but yes, it's obvious that you started to miss the home, and even sometimes when when it's usual at home, like it's usual, but then you came here and you just understand how much you love your culture and how much you like want to find some times and even like create some communities with people from your country. And it's really popular in Brno because it's an international city and there are really many groups of different people who are like just like to communicate or came and play saying games and like that's cool.
I think with a culture shock, my advice for everyone is like you just have to be open-minded, because even within your own country you can have some sort of culture shock when you travel within your home country. When I go to the Czech Republic, I think I was having this elevator and going there, so I was standing in the middle and it was going. So one of my friends told me, in Czech Republic, you have to stick to the ride so that those who don't want to wait for the climbing or the elevator to go slowly, they can just pass by.
Yeah.
So there are petty things that you might find weird, but I think as an open-minded person, you should be able to adjust at least to any culture.
What I would recommend is there's a YouTube channel, a very good YouTube channel called Honest Guide, and they will pretty much tell you everything about Czech culture and how to deal with it. So you can be better prepared of what the experience is going to be in the Czech Republic. And also in terms of India, I would recommend you to join like specific groups, like country-specific groups, which can be very useful for you. There are certain events, like there are holy celebrations, which literally everyone in the Czech Republic celebrated at that time. It was huge. Even I think something is going to happen with another festival. So, keep your eye out and be ready for the best experience of your life, I would say. Also, there's another question, which is, would you please explain more about any promotion for public transport with student card? So, to get the monthly ticket or the quarterly ticket or the yearly ticket, you have to be registered with a service called Brno ID. You have to create an account. You have to prove that you're a student, upload your documents, your passport, your visa, your ISIC card, and then you have access to non-transferable tickets, and you just buy them, and you select your card as the carrier, and that's it. When the ticket collector comes and they scan your debit card, they're just going to see that you have it valid. You have the ticket validity for like a month or 3 months or whatever, and they'll be like, all right, that's fine. Your ticket is valid. We're going to go.
And also the full instruction how to buy this like a permanent ticket is on the Muni website, and you can find it there. It's like really good and pretty accessible and understandable. So
yeah, I would recommend you to check the Muni website all the times, because it also gives you information about certain things about the visa, transportation, dorms, pretty much everything that is going to be useful for you for your stay in the Czech Republic and Brno in specific.
Okay, pertaining to the promotion you're asking about, I think getting your ISIC card, it's sometimes dependent, as I mentioned earlier, on your age.
Yes.
26 old and less than 26 years, I think you can get this promotional stuff you are talking about. More so when maybe you are traveling from Brno to, let's say, Vienna, or when I think RegioJet gives a discount. For them, it doesn't depend on your age, but they give you some kind of discounts when you are using their ISIC card. Yeah. So the ISIC card is age limited. Let me put it that way.
All right. That is something that is important. Something that we do not focus on because we enjoy the discounts. And Ebenezer here is suffering from it. So yeah. All right. Another question is, what would be the most important things on your packing list for Brno? Well, one of the most important things is going to be carrying an EU adapter for charging your stuff. If you are coming from a different country that has a different adapter, it's good to carry like a universal adapter, and you can charge your own things on your own merit.
Also, I would recommend to take medicine from your home, because it's really important. You will not find like some specific medications here. So you just think about it and create a list of medicines that you will take. And also the medical checkup before coming here. It's really important because you'll have a insurance, but it's preferably to do everything in your home country where you understand everything, and it's just easier and will save your energy, nerves, and everything.
Yeah. And perhaps the last thing that we will probably discuss here today is the insurance. You have to get an insurance from PVZP. That's the only insurance that is available for students. So you have to go on the PVZP website, check what kind of insurance you're going to get. It is advised to get a comprehensive or a plus insurance and not the basic one, because the basic one doesn't apply for visas. So yeah, just fill in the quotas. You will get an email about things, and just go on like contacting the person, clarifying your doubts, and then get the insurance, because that is the only valid insurance for foreigners in the Czech Republic who are coming to study. So that would save you a lot of trouble and a lot of headache.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we can finish this live stream. I hope you learned something from our experience, and I hope you had a very good time learning about things.
Sure.
So
Yes, thank you so much for watching
Yes.
us.
Okay. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.